Imagine a country so vast, so jaw-droppingly immense, that you could drive for days and still not see the same pine tree twice. Now picture that same country hiding stories like Easter eggs, each one weirder and wilder than the last. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Canada, where the landscapes are as dramatic as a soap opera, and the people are so polite, they'll apologize for apologizing. But let's get one thing straight. Canada is not just about maple syrup, moose, and the kind of wilderness that makes you question your Wi-Fi signal. No. This is a place bursting with mysteries, brimming with cultures as colorful as a Toronto street mural, and packed with natural wonders that'll make your Instagram followers drool with envy. Trust me, there's a lot more to this country than hockey and jokes. So buckle up, strap in, and maybe grab a double-double from Timmy's, because in this episode, we're diving into fun facts that'll make you rethink everything you know about the Great White North. After that, we'll take you on a virtual road trip to Canada's most stunning destinations. Places so beautiful, you'll want to move here. Or at least visit. Ready? Let's discover the wonders of Canada. Here's a fact that'll make your brain do a double take. Canada is the second largest country in the world. That's right, folks. Only Russia has us beat in the "I need a bigger map" contest, but wait for it. Despite this massive landmass, we have fewer people than California. Yes, the same California that has more traffic jams than a beaver dam in spring. In Canada, we've got room to stretch out, do cartwheels, or have a snowball fight with absolutely no witnesses. That means if you ever wanted to sing karaoke in the middle of a forest and not get judged, Canada is your stage. The sheer emptiness is both beautiful and a little bit mysterious. Like, where is everyone? Are they hiding in igloos? Nope. Most of us are just chilling along the southern border, close to our American friends, and more importantly, their Netflix catalog. This vastness also means you can road trip for hours, days even, and still not run into another soul. It's the perfect setting for self-discovery, or a horror movie depending on your playlist. The point is, Canada's size is matched only by its ability to surprise you at every turn, with both silence and spectacle. And don't let the emptiness fool you. What we lack in population, we make up for in personality. Every province and territory is like its own quirky character in a sitcom, bringing something unique to the table, be it poutine, lobster, or a suspiciously large number of Tim Hortons. So next time you think of Canada as just that big place up north, remember, we're the world's ultimate social distancing champions, and we wear that badge with pride. Now, if you're a fan of water, and who isn't, considering it's like essential for life, Canada is basically your aquatic paradise. Get this, we have more lakes than the rest of the world combined, over 2 million. That's not a typo, that's just Canada flexing its natural muscles. If you tried to visit a new lake every day, it would take you, hold on, let me do the math, forever. These lakes aren't just pretty to look at. They're playgrounds for kayakers, fishermen, swimmers, and anyone who enjoys skipping rocks or dramatic sunset selfies. From the sparkling turquoise waters of Lake Louise to the remote wild lakes up north, where the only company is a loon or maybe a really lost moose, our lakes are as diverse as our people. And let's not forget, these lakes are more than just Instagram bait. They're crucial for our environment, our economy, and our way of life. They provide fresh water, support countless species, and offer endless opportunities for adventure. Basically, if lakes had a popularity contest, Canada would be voted most likely to host a cannonball contest. But what really blows my mind is that you could fly over the country and still not see all of them. Some are so remote, only the bravest or most mosquito-proof explorers ever get there. Others are right in the heart of our cities, like Lake Ontario in Toronto, where you can kayak with a skyline view. So whether you're into fishing, boating, or just want to dip your toes in something that isn't your neighbor's pool, Canada's got the lake for you. Just don't forget your bug spray. Let's talk trees. Not just any trees, the Boreal forest. Stretching across the country like a massive green blanket, the Boreal is one of the largest forests on Earth. It's so big, squirrels need GPS. But here's the kicker. This forest isn't just a sight for sore eyes. It's a global superstar when it comes to regulating the Earth's climate. The Boreal acts like the planet's set of lungs, sucking in carbon dioxide and breathing out fresh, clean air. If you've ever taken a deep breath and felt instantly more alive, take the Boreal. It's basically the reason we can all enjoy those crisp, cool Canadian mornings without choking on smog. But it's not just about carbon and oxygen. The Boreal is home to an incredible array of wildlife, from wolves and lynx to the adorable and slightly terrifying wolverine. It's a haven for migratory birds, a playground for bears, and a treasure trove for anyone who loves the sound of wind in the trees. And here's a fun fact. The boreal forest actually helps keep the global climate stable. So when Canada's trees are doing their thing, the whole world benefits. It's like we're hosting the ultimate climate party, and everyone's invited. Of course, with great forests come great responsibility. Canadians take conservation seriously, working hard to protect these vital ecosystems for future generations. After all, nobody wants to be the guy who ruins the planet's air filter, right? So next time you see a picture of endless green stretching to the horizon, remember, that's Canada, quietly saving the world one tree at a time. Okay, let's get quirky. In the Northwest Territories, your license plate isn't just a boring rectangle, it's shaped like a polar bear. That's right, an actual bear. Try topping that, Florida. This uniquely Canadian touch turns every car into a rolling tribute to our most iconic and arguably most photogenic predator. Imagine pulling up to a stop sign and seeing a lineup of polar bear-shaped plates. It's like a parade of Arctic pride. These plates aren't just a novelty, they're a symbol of the North, where polar bears are as much a part of life as snow and the northern lights. And let's be honest, it's a great conversation starter. Excuse me, is that a bear on your bumper? Why, yes it is. Boom! Instant friendship, or at least a memorable road trip story. But beyond the cool factor, these plates remind us of Canada's deep connection to its wildlife. In the north, polar bears aren't just on license plates, they're neighbors, sometimes literally. Which brings us to our next wild fact. So, if you're ever in the Northwest Territories, keep an eye out for those bear-shaped beauties. They're the ultimate Canadian souvenir, assuming you can fit one in your carry-on. Here's a law you won't find anywhere else. In Churchill, Manitoba, it's illegal to lock your car doors. Now, before you think Canadians are just way too trusting, there's a very good reason for this. And it's got claws. Churchill is the polar bear capital of the world. These massive, curious creatures sometimes wander into town, and if you're out for a stroll and spot one, you'll want a quick escape. Unlocked cars provide a safe haven for anyone who needs to get off the menu in a hurry. It's a community survival tactic, not a test of your insurance policy. Locals and visitors alike know the drill. Keep your doors open, stay alert, and always check for furry passengers before you drive off. This law is a perfect example of how Canadians adapt to their wild surroundings. We don't just coexist with nature, we make it part of our daily lives, sometimes in the most unexpected ways. And while polar bears are awe-inspiring, they're also unpredictable. Respecting their space and keeping your car doors unlocked is just good northern manners. It's also a great icebreaker at parties. Did you know you can't lock your car in Churchill? Instant Canadian street cred. So, if you ever find yourself in Churchill, remember, the only thing scarier than a polar bear is a locked car with you on the wrong side of the door. Time zones are supposed to be simple, right? Not in Newfoundland. These folks decided the usual hour difference was just too mainstream, so they set their clocks 30 minutes ahead of Atlantic Standard Time. That's right, half an hour, because why not? This unique time zone is a point of pride in Newfoundland and Labrador, and it's just one more way the province sets itself apart. When the rest of the world says, let's meet at 2, Newfoundlanders are already halfway through their coffee. But there's more to this quirk than just clock watching. Newfoundland's independent streak runs deep, from their own dialects to their legendary hospitality, and let's be honest, their world-class cod, Newfoundlanders do things their own way. This time, zone oddity is just one of the many things that make Canada wonderfully weird. It's a reminder that here, the rules are more like guidelines, especially when it comes to time, weather, and how to pronounce Newfoundland. Hint, it rhymes with understand. So if you ever find yourself confused by Canadian time zones, just remember, in Newfoundland, you're always a little bit ahead. Here's a fact that'll really mess with your head. Gravity is actually weaker around Hudson Bay. Seriously, if you want to weigh a little less without giving up poutine, just head to this part of Canada. Scientists say it's all because of ancient glaciers that carved out the land thousands of years ago, leaving a gravitational dip that's still measurable today. It's not enough to make you float away, but it's enough to make physicists scratch their heads. The ground is literally lighter here, thanks to the combination of glacial scars and the slow rebound of the Earth's crust. It's like Canada's own version of the X-Files, minus the aliens, we think. This gravity quirk has made Hudson Bay a hotspot for geologists and space nerds alike. They come from all over the world to study why the ground feels lighter, and to geek out over rocks, ice, and the mysteries of our planet. But don't worry, your luggage won't suddenly float out of the airport. The difference is tiny, but it's just one more way Canada keeps things interesting. After all, we like to keep both feet on the ground, even if the ground's a little lighter than usual. So, next time you're in Hudson Bay, take a jump. You might not notice the difference, but you'll know you're standing on one of Earth's coolest scientific oddities. You've heard of shotgun weddings, but how about radio weddings? In Canada, you can legally get married over the radio. That's right, no need for a fancy venue or a big guest list. Just tune in, say I do, and boom, you're hitched. This quirky law dates back to times when remote communities were so far-flung that gathering everyone in one place was next to impossible. The radio became a lifeline, connecting people across vast distances. And if you happen to fall in love with someone on the other end of the signal, well, the airwaves became your aisle. Imagine telling your friends, "We got married on FM 98.7. It's the kind of thing only Canada could come up with. A mix of practicality, romance, and a dash of why not? Of course, most Canadians still go for the classic wedding, but the option's there if you're feeling adventurous, or just really love radio. It's a testament to how Canada finds creative solutions for even the wildest challenges, like love in the wilderness. So if you're looking for a wedding story that's truly one of a kind, just remember, in Canada, love is always on the air. In some parts of Canada, the mail doesn't just arrive in a truck, it shows up by dog sled. That's right, in remote areas, especially during winter, teams of dogs still deliver mail the way pioneers did. It's like a live-action postcard from the past, complete with furry couriers and the jingle of harness bells. Dog sledding isn't just a sport here, it's a way of life. For communities cut off by snow and ice, these teams are a vital link to the outside world. And let's be honest, there's something pretty magical about getting your birthday card delivered by a pack of huskies. The tradition of dog sled mail goes back centuries, and while modern technology has taken over most routes, some places still keep the practice alive. It's a reminder of Canada's rugged spirit and our deep connection to the land, and apparently to dogs. And if you ever get the chance to ride along, do it. There's nothing quite like gliding through a snowy forest powered by pure canine enthusiasm. Just don't forget to tip your drivers, maybe with a biscuit or two. So, next time you get impatient waiting for a package, remember, somewhere in Canada it's on its way by dog sled, and that's just the way we like it. Now for the most controversial fact of all, Hawaiian pizza, yes, the one with pineapple, was invented in Canada, not Hawaii. Cue the dramatic music. In 1962, a Greek-born Canadian named Sam Panopoulos decided to put pineapple on pizza at his restaurant in Ontario. The rest, as they say, is history, and a lot of heated debates. Love it or hate it, Hawaiian pizza is a true Canadian original. It's the kind of bold, unexpected move that defines this country, taking something classic, adding a twist, and seeing what happens. Sometimes you get a masterpiece, sometimes you start a global food fight, but here's the thing. Canadian cuisine is all about mixing, matching, and making things your own. Whether it's poutine, butter tarts, or yes, pineapple on pizza, we're not afraid to experiment. And if that means breaking a few culinary rules along the way, so be it. So, the next time someone says pineapple doesn't belong on pizza, just smile and say, that's the Canadian way. We're all about inclusion, even if it's just for fruit toppings. And hey, if you haven't tried it yet, give it a shot. Who knows, you might just find your new favorite slice. So there you have it. 10 facts that prove Canada is so much more than maple leaves and moose. From polar bear license plates to gravity-defying landscapes, this country is a never-ending adventure, packed with stories waiting to be discovered. Whether you're a trivia buff, an outdoor explorer, or just someone who likes their pizza with a side of controversy, Canada's got something for you. But we're just getting started. Now it's time to dive into the best places this country has to offer, starting with the legendary Banff National Park. Picture crystal clear lakes, soaring mountains, and wildlife that'll make your camera work overtime. And that's just the beginning. From the vibrant streets of Vancouver to the rugged beauty of the Maritimes, Canada's destinations are as diverse as its people. So, pack your bags and maybe your appetite for adventure. The wonders of Canada are calling, and trust me, you'll want to answer. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and remember, in Canada, the only thing more surprising than the facts is the journey itself.